future quarterback.
No way.
We're already heading in the wrong direction.
What's up? Welcome back to Shooting the Shit. I'm Andrew, your host. With me, I got Alex Comas. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
It's been
Happy
a
New
minute.
Year.
Yeah, you too. It's been a minute. We're on StreamYard now, which is cool. I finally paid for it. So the podcast is going to look a lot better on video. And if you're listening on audio, you can go check out the video and look at our beautiful faces. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Anchor for sponsoring this podcast. If you want to get started on your own podcast, go to anchor.fm or download the Anchor app. It's all free. Start making money off your voice and do whatever you want. You got some creative ideas? Fuck it. Get a mic. Go for it. Anchor.fm or the Anchor app to get started.
Anchor down.
Anchor down, dude. So it was a fun weekend. Unfortunately, Comas could not come to Atlanta to hang out with us, but I'm sure you had a fun time doing your own thing.
Yeah. Being sick, stuck at home. Yeah. Real fun time. But I mean,
Hey, I was trying to be positive, all right?
yeah. No, I mean it. Like I didn't hate it. It is what it is. Like
Yeah, everyone needs a relaxing couple days. You never know.
it seems like everyone too within the last week or two has gotten sick too. I mean, it's just prime season, especially with temperatures fluctuating. So
100%. And I mean, I had a cold, as you can tell. I sound a little stuffy, but I got over it in like 2 days, so that was fine.
yeah, I think mine took about 4 days. Of course, originally I thought I got flu because that's what one of my siblings that diagnosed her with it. So I thought it was originally flu, but luckily it was just feeling bad those first few days, and then eventually it just passed through, just a normal cold. But still, those type of things knock you out, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I was pissed because we were having. Obviously, I said Comas couldn't come, but we had a couple other friends come through, and we were having like a little party at our place, and I didn't want to be sick, and I was sick like 2 days before, and I was like, "Fuck, am I gonna have to stay at home in my room while everyone has fun?" But I ended up being fine. My brother actually gave it to me, so fuck you, Peter. Not cool, but yeah, he ended up coming too for New Year's, and that was fun. How was your holidays? I haven't seen you. I haven't talked to you since. Well, I mean, I've texted you, but we haven't like talked about how our Christmases went and everything. So, how was your holidays?
Yeah, it was good. Fortunate to spend that time with your family, always around the holidays. So it's something I always look forward to, and they went pretty well. Got one of those Meta Quests for my dad. So the VR goggles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so that's been fun. Kind of the whole family's been playing around with that.
I kind of love I love those videos of like older people doing VR. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Not saying your dad's old, but like
Nah.
like middle aged to like just parents doing it in general.
Yeah.
There's the one of the there's the dude who like thinks he's running away from a monster and he runs into the window. It's so funny.
Yep. Yeah, we haven't done any like serious type of like games on there to where you're like running or anything. I think the game that it was included in it was the Beat Saber game, which is basically like Guitar Hero, but you're just slashing boxes.
Yeah, it's almost like with little lightsabers.
Yeah, and then there's like walls that come at you, and so like you're supposed to just duck or lean one way, but because you just feel like you're in the game, I ended up like just stepping 2 steps to the left or whatever. So it's
dude, VR makes me like nauseous. I did it. Granted, I did it a long time ago. It was like right when it came out. I was in Los Angeles visiting one of my friends, and there was this like, like those places where you can go and pay like $30 for a couple hours, and they have like PCs set up and like Wii's and Xboxes. It's just like it's like a game hall almost.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, the closest thing I could think of that is just like an arcade hall.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. but
Mhm.
it's like all consoles, and they had like it was really weird. They had like 30 PCs set up. They host like World of Warcraft tournaments there.
Yeah.
And it just reeked of like piss and pizza and Mountain Dew. It was disgusting. But they had VR and we were like, fuck it, let's go do it. It was like $20. And I did it for 2 minutes and I had to take it off because I was about to projectile vomit all over the floor.
Yeah.
It
I don't
it, it was crazy.
I'm not that sensitive with it. I think after like a few games though, like once you take it off, like you kind of I don't know what it is. I think it's just from adjusting from watching those screens to just reality that it kind of takes a minute and your brain's a little bit for me at least it feels like my head's a little bit fuzzy for a minute and it's just like all right, I need a break.
Yeah, that was the only downfall for me was I just felt gross after. But I've done it since then, but I think I did like the um one of my friends, my old roommate, he had the Galaxy, the Samsung Galaxy, and they
Mhm.
have like a VR thing that you can clip your phone into. So I did
Mhm.
that one and that one was fine. But obviously it's a phone versus like a whole
The
system.
whole headset
Yeah. So it's
contraption.
completely
Yeah.
different because the whole headset like gets like right here and like goes kind of around. Whereas
Yeah.
the phone one, it's just like a screen, but you're closed into the screen.
Yeah.
Um, Either way, it's kind of cool. It's a cool experience. I mean, the PlayStation has like, isn't the PS Vita? Isn't that like the VR thing for PlayStation?
I think so.
Yeah, and it
Um
like comes with it now, or you can get it, I guess.
I don't know, man. I switched sides on the
Yeah, you're
whole
on Xbox now.
gaming. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting a
How's it feel to
PS5
be on the
was
right
just
side of history?
I mean, I gotta be honest, like my PlayStation Plus subscription was it ends every New Year's Eve, and so when I got the alert that it was gonna automatically renew on New Year's Eve, I canceled the subscription. I was like, dang, I was like, these are sad times because I remember just every year paying $60 for the year long PlayStation Plus pass, and now I'm not paying for it
The
anymore.
end of an era.
Yep.
Hey, but Game Pass is so superior to anything I've ever seen.
I yeah, I'm gonna take that 1 month free trial that they give you when you're like new to Xbox. I think I'm gonna renew that and see how it goes within that first month and see if I want to start paying for Game Pass.
It's definitely worth it just because the thing that I love is like most of us have it. Most of my friends that I play with have it. And if we're like, oh, I don't want to play COD, I don't want to play Fortnite, I don't want to play Siege, I don't want to play Apex, like any of the basic shit. And you're like, what's stupid that we could find that's like 2 gigs, takes really quick to download, and we can just play it. Like me and my friend like 2 hours ago just did that. And we found something that was like a gigabyte and we downloaded it and it's some like bullshit arcade game and it was super fun.
Mhm.
So like that's the nice part. And it's like you're paying $5 more than you would per month and you get 250 plus free games and a bunch of old EA games like Skate, all the Skate games except for the second one for some fucking reason. The A bunch of old Maddens, you get old FIFAs, UFC. I mean, it's just like the new Battlefield's on there now. I mean, it seems worth it. And at first, I didn't think it was worth it, but I did the free trial thing, and they weirdly have deals where like I think the first couple months I had it, I paid like $1 every month because they had like a deal. They might have gotten rid of it because I think probably me and like hundreds of other people abused the hell out of it. But we would like I would go to renew and it's like, oh, well, if you're not super satisfied with paying this, why don't you pay $1 for 3 months? And I was like, okay. So
Yeah,
I
I
paid
mean
$3 for 3 months and it was
that
incredible.
that definitely does sound appealing because I mean you and I were playing COD a couple days ago and it was just
Dude, it's so bad.
Warzone 2 is
Yeah,
bad.
let's fucking talk about that because god damn it. I love Call of Duty. I live and breathe and shit and come Call of Duty. But and I said that. I come Call of Duty. And every time we try to play, we're like, this will be fun. And then like not even an hour, maybe a half hour in, we're all like, it's almost like you ran half a marathon. Just like that's the vibe in the party is like everyone's exhausted. Somehow it makes you more tired at 7 p.m. and you want to go to sleep. And you're like, this is bullshit. I got on Xbox to have fun, and I want to throw my monitor out the window and light it on fire. And it's just
no, it's after 5 games. It's the rage that builds up, and then you just have a headache because you're just doing like a mental exercise to get through 5 games, just try to stay alive, and you don't end up staying alive because of some BS bot. Like, I mean, it's just
or
like
some kid who's like drooling and sweating.
like
all over
who hasn't left his house in a week. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, it's just for me, I preferred the old one. Like, because the old one, you the weapons that they had, like, you know how when they had I forgot what the old one was. Was it? It wasn't Modern Warfare. Was it Modern Warfare 2 or something? No, I forgot what the last one was. But then they had the Cold War one that came out too.
Oh, Modern Warfare
And what?
2019. Yeah.
Yeah. So the 2019 version came out, and that's when originally the first Warzone was out, which it was fine then. Like, you stood a chance in those games to win. And then when the Cold War came out, then some of the Cold War weapons were being OP in the original Warzone, and it was just like you just had to adjust to those weapons to be able to stand a chance. But it seemed like you always stood a chance in those games until finally it just got super sweaty and like everyone in there is really good. And then everyone was tired too of the same original Warzone map that we had for 2 years. And so they wanted a new map, and then finally they get this new version. They change all these different things. Originally, it sounded like it was going to be for the better, and then just actually playing it sucks. It sucks.
I will say, I think it's more on. I think there are some features that exploit a bunch of shit just because that's how every game is. And they haven't. The weird part is they've done one update since it came out, and they probably need to do more.
Oh
But
yeah,
honestly, compared to 2019 when Cold War got integrated, way better in my opinion, feature wise. So 2019's problem was if you did not buy the game and level up your guns in multiplayer and have a loadout, you were fucked. Like, no matter what, you were straight up fucked. And but it wasn't like that at first, but it became like that because they made all of the ground loot the worst fucking guns I've ever used in my entire life. And then
yeah,
when Cold War came out, it was better because you could pick up like a couple guns that were pretty good.
yeah.
And
The
then
Cold
like
War
just,
guns, and
yeah,
they
just
were
basic.
OP. Yeah,
And the 2019 ones still fucking sucked. They were still the worst ones. And then Vanguard came out and all the loot was Vanguard guns, and those guns sucked ass. It was like playing with like a musket against like a machine gun, and it made zero sense. And then
yep,
this one, the good thing is the thing that I like that they did is they got rid of the whole loadout bias bullshit. You can still get your loadout, you can't buy it, which is great. Um, I mean, it's frustrating for me because I play multiplayer and I have the guns, but I get it for like a level playing field type thing. So you have to go like fight for your loadout, which makes sense. That's how it was in 2019, but you could also buy them. But the difference is they made the ground loot really good. I think I've gotten my loadout twice
I
playing this new one
think
because
I've
I
gotten it once.
because I didn't need
Once.
it. Like I
I
didn't
mean, yeah, I get that.
because I would pick up like a fully kitted out AR and be fine. And then I just go get a secondary. And that's the other thing they did was you can just buy you can buy the primary gun in each class. So you just make a class for your primary and secondary, and then you can just buy it. And it's like way easier to do that. I feel like that has made it more level because I mean I've won like a couple games and it wasn't that hard at first. But the thing that will forever plague Warzone multiplayer, any first person shooter is fucking skill based matchmaking. And it won't ever go away because it's like the new thing and it's never going to fucking go away. But I mean Modern Warfare 2, I'd be playing really well and it wouldn't punish me for doing well. I would get into a lobby with a bunch of kids who were like 4 years old and didn't know how to play the game and I would shit on all of them. And it was great. And then maybe I get another one back to back and another one, another one, another one, another one. It was just like random. Whereas in the 2019, I think it's since Black Ops 2, maybe Black Ops 3, they started doing it. But it's like if you you start out based on like your weekly play or like your daily play or whatever. You start out in whatever you get matched in. It's just random at that point. And then once you start playing well, they're like, okay, we're going to put him in all the lobbies with other people who are playing at this level. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. They don't calculate like the skill you're beating. So like if I'm playing really good against level ones, they're going to put me in a lobby with like 10 prestige. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to take into account that these are literal children that fucking suck at the game and should uninstall it. And I said that. And they put you in that lobby, and then you get in there and you get fucking wrecked. And then when you get wrecked, they continue to keep you in that lobby because I don't know why, but when you do bad, it doesn't like take you out of it. If you do bad, you're fucked. You're screwed. You're just like, all right, I'm stuck in this really good lobby and everyone's doing 360 no scopes and trying out for fucking FaZe Clan. And I'm in there just like breaking my controller and losing my mind. But that's the downfall, because 2019 had the same problem where Warzone, I'd win like 2 games and then I'd win one game that was really easy because it was like, whatever, it was like a new day, whatever. And then I'd go play a harder game and I'd maybe get second, or maybe I'd win or top 5 or whatever. It still was a good game though, but it was harder. And then they go from that to, oh, you almost won 1 or you won 2 in a row. Okay, so let's put you in the lobby with the people who haven't stopped winning since like yesterday at 4 a.m. And I'm just like, why? Like, it makes the game not fun, and it makes no one wants to do that. If you want to sweat your ass off, sweat your ass off. 90% of the people that play that game do not want to sweat their ass off, but are forced to. And it's like sink or swim. It's at that point, it's like you're either fucked or you're gonna win like 40 games in a row. It's stupid. I don't know. That's my rant for the day on Call of Duty. But I mean,
I'll just say flat out, like I'm bad at shooter games. Like it's because I didn't get my first COD game till I was in 8th grade or freshman in high school, and I didn't stay on there like all day or like on the weekends stay up like with friends playing that, because like I didn't. First of all, I was on PlayStation. Most people were on Xbox for one, and two, it wasn't me. Like I'd rather play my FIFA 2K, Madden than go play a shooter game. So
see
that's why, since I didn't get that start early, like like there's no getting there now. Like if I was going to get to sweat level now, it'd be a full-time dedication to gaming. Like there's no there's no jump, and especially too since like statistically, like as you get older, your reflex like levels on these games are worse. So like I'm sorry,
Yeah,
like I'm not going to be a kid anymore to be able to do the ridiculous sweat kind of moves that you need to win games.
Yeah, I mean, when I didn't start playing Call of Duty until I was like, well, my mom wouldn't let me get it, first off, typical mother. And I would go to my neighbor's excuse me, I would go to my neighbor's house and play all the time. Because his brother was in high school when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So like that's like peak high school gaming right there. And I would just go over there and watch him like drop nukes, and I was like, this game looks sick. And then I still didn't play it because I don't know. I was like a huge like campaign kid, and I like played zombies. I was like the offline, not playing against other people type shit. And then I got Modern Warfare 3, or I got Modern Warfare 2. I got it secondhand. I bought it off my friend, and I started playing. And at that point, I didn't really care. I was just playing with my friends. But then I discovered what quickscoping was, and I was fucking hooked. I was like, this is sick. I was in no means at all good at quickscoping. I was not at all, but it made me like, I don't know, through that and being terrible, I got better because I was just like refusing to get shit on. I was like, all right, this is not fucking happening. And Modern Warfare 2, I think it was easier because every single gun was good. It didn't matter what class you had a good gun. Unless you used like the akimbo models, you were a piece of shit. But everything else was a good gun, and everything was overpowered. So you had a chance every time. So that was nice, and that made me a little better. and then Black Ops came out, and I was just obsessed with Black Ops. And then Modern Warfare 3 is really when I like dove headfirst into playing multiplayer every night, squatting up with my friends every night playing Modern Warfare 3. And then I found out like Skate 3 existed and like Skate 2, and then I just like stopped caring about Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I mean, you just look back at all these times. It's like when you're in middle school, high school, like you had nothing better to do in your free time, and like that's for me. Like
I mean, I
I
could have
got
gone
on.
outside.
I caught the wave like way too late to where I'm like, yeah, I mean, I've got other things going on. Like I'm not going to dedicate this time to be raging and want to throw my controller at the TV at
The
10
nice
p.m.
part was
on a
in
Friday.
high school was when Black Ops 2 came out when I was what year was that? Was that 14, 13? I don't even know. Whenever it came out, I was like, I don't know. I played multiplayer. Black Ops 2 was one of my favorite multiplayers to play, but I enjoyed it, but I was like not really that interested. And then when I hit high school, it was the year of like Infinite Warfare and like all the bullshit Call of Duties that made the franchise die for a couple years. So I think I caught a break where we weren't playing Call of Duty when I got to high school. We were playing like GTA, Red Dead Redemption. Like we were playing all that stuff that was just like, hey, let me get as many of my friends as humanly possible into a party and into a game and just play, because that's all we did. We would just go on GTA Online and like meet up with people that were like we went to high school with, and would just do whatever. We did that with Red Dead Redemption. We did that with what was the other game? Rainbow Six Siege. I played that in high school. I still play that. I don't know. Fortnite was in college. That wasn't out yet. Apex
Yeah.
wasn't out yet either. What else did I play in high school? Hold on. This is gonna bother me. 2K, FIFA. I played a lot of FIFA in high school. I loved FIFA. FIFA 17 was granted that was like my senior year, but that was like or my junior year because it came out the year before. But that was my that was peak FIFA for me. 16 and 17 and 15. Great
Oh yeah.
FIFA. So
Yeah.
good. I think I had 14 too. Was 14 the one with Messi on it? I think it
Yes.
was. I had that one. I think I skipped 15. I had 14. I skipped 15, 16, 17. I think I still have
Those,
17.
yeah, those were peak years. From there, it
17 was
just
so good.
it went downhill.
Me and my old roommate Nick used to play co-op divisions all the time, and we got like to the top division, and it was so fun. I mean,
Division 1.
yeah, it was really sweaty, but it was nice because it wasn't like people were using skill moves, but the skill moves were so limited that you couldn't really do anything. So it was nice. It was almost like even. You just had to be better.
It's all pace. It's always been all
Pace.
pace.
Yeah, 100%. But I remember it was so amazing when we'd be playing at like 2 a.m. and I'd get like a cross like right in my feet and I'd hit a goal in, and then we'd celebrate, and I'd be like super toxic, just like emoting on the entire team. But I learned after that, oh, Phil was calling me. Should I pick
Get him
up?
on here. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see what he's doing. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hey, did you send me the voicemail? That's cool.
Sorry.
No, seriously, it's fine.
What are you doing right now?
I'm just got back from a walk.
You wanna hop on the pod with me and Alex?
Sure.
We like just started, so that's why I called you. I called to try to call you before we started, but all right, I'll send you the invite.
Okay.
Do you want it in your email, or you want me to text it to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna text it to you. All right, see you in a minute, man.
Okay,
It's on StreamYard, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna leave
Awesome.
all this in. I'm gonna leave all this in because this is hilarious. I heard that.
I mean, I like. Do you want the invite via email or text?
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds good.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, we got a special guest coming in, introducing Phil Servello is in the motherfucking building.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me,
What's up, man?
Bowen's daddy.
Hey, yo, chill, relax. How you been?
I'm good. How are you,
Good.
Comas?
I'm good, Phil. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you
I
guys
loved.
both look cuties.
I heard your conversation with Andrew, and he said, "Would you like to invite via email or text?" You said, "Yeah, that's good."
Yeah,
yeah. Just
Every time I call him and ask him something, he does that to me. So it's like a day. It's like a daily thing.
And that's why I'm your daddy.
Well, if you don't know who this is by the name, it's Phil Servello. He's been on other episodes. Yeah, welcome to the podcast. I was trying to get you on before we started, but I thought you were busy or something.
I was walking.
Nice little stroll. How far?
For pleasure.
Is that a New Year's resolution to walk every day?
No, it was just kind of warm enough here that I felt like it. How far was it? It was like, I don't know, dude.
Like a couple blocks? Like, I don't know. Or how long, I guess, did you walk?
It was like 15 or 16 miles, probably.
Oh,
If I had to guess.
I thought you were gonna say 15 or 16 minutes.
I don't know. I'm not good at estimating that stuff.
Well, what kind of pace were you walking at?
Like getting hunted kind of pace.
Just full on sprint.
Like
Oh,
a getting hunted type of so that's it's like an Olympic style like fast walk.
He said,
like keep looking behind you like, oh shit. You know what I
that
mean?
man was hauling ass. How was your New Year's, dude?
It was good. I rang in the new year the same way I always do.
Playing FIFA?
Watching Twitch, baby.
Oh, nice. We had a little party here. Comas was under the
that's
weather.
weird. No, that's awkward. I guess my invite got lost in the mail or something. That's fine. I know you probably sent it over the holidays.
I just almost knocked my TV over.
It's all right, Phil. I got my invite, but I had to decline it. So,
but yeah, we watched the Georgia game because one of our Comas and I's mutual friend is a Georgia fan. Went to Georgia, and that was stressful. I missed the ball drop because it right when it ended, it was like 12:01.
Who dropped the ball? Like one of the Georgia players?
The Ohio State kicker.
It's called a fumble.
That kicker, I hope he's okay. I feel really.
I mean, it's not his fault. It was a bad snap, but
I only saw the kick. I didn't see the snap because I was like, where the TV was, I was kind of like on the corner of it, so I didn't really get the full picture.
What?
But I haven't seen a replay of it yet. Huh?
You watched it just like in picture up in the top corner.
Well, I was standing holding the champagne, getting ready to go pop it outside, and I thought we were about to go.
I mean,
the game.
I literally saw a video of you watching the kick.
Yeah, I'm saying I was at a weird angle, so I didn't see the snap.
You were to the side of the TV. You did. The way in which you reacted late to it. Like you didn't know what just happened.
I think I checked my phone for the time as it got kicked. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, fuck.
I saw on Twitter someone did one of those side by side videos of the countdown to the new year and how it kind of the time in reality of the game too, where it was in terms of it was kicked at 11:59 and by the time the ball landed it was the new year. So it was pretty impressive how it worked out with Eastern time flipping to the new year and then when that ball was kicked too.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
Imagine being an Ohio State fan and that's how you start your new year with a missed kick.
I know a couple and they were pretty upset. I can't imagine. God, that just sucks. I mean, what was it on, like the 25-yard line, the 30-yard line?
No, it was a long field. It was a 50-yard field goal, and
Oh,
that
I
kid
thought it
had
was
just.
closer. Okay, that I give that kid a little more credit. I thought it
Oh,
was closer.
I don't blame him at all. Like he hit a 48-yarder earlier in the game, and that was like his season high or his career high. Like he had not been kicking those long field goals all season, and they put him in a bad spot. And also too, I think the play calling was bad too. Once they got into field goal range, like they could have done more to get closer for him, and instead
Yeah.
they ran a horrible run play, and then they had to call a timeout and kick the field goal.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, what I will say is fucking TCU surprised the hell out of me. They looked insane until they let Michigan come back a little bit, but like
A little bit. I mean, Michigan came all the way. Michigan like should have won that game. Like
No,
you're
they should've.
inside the 5 in the first half twice, and you don't score.
yeah,
Like
that's
they didn't. Michigan, the fact that they were in that game and still had an opportunity to win. I mean, credit to Michigan to be able to fight through again. You had 2 drives in which you were inside the opponent's 5 and you didn't score, and you still were within a touchdown of winning that game. So I mean, that's why the targeting call, like, if Michigan fans want to gripe about the targeting call because they didn't give the targeting call on the last play. Like at the end of the day, again, you didn't score at all inside the 5. You don't deserve to win the game.
No, you had plenty of opportunity. You didn't lose the game on that call. And that's true for, I would say, most college football games. If there's a bad call at the end, 90% of the time, there are 100 different ways where they could have scored more points and like prevented it becoming this situation where it depends on this one thing. So
I disagree. Fuck every ref.
I mean, I still hate the refs, but I'm just saying, like,
Blind
I
assholes.
don't ever pin it all on the ref because it's not worth it.
Yeah, ask Barcelona supporters about that this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
yeah?
hates the ref, and I cheer for the ref. That's the difference.
You're a ref guy, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
So everyone wears their jersey on Sunday, and you wear
I
like
just say,
this
like,
striped shirt.
all right, boys, let's go out and have a good game here.
You're throwing yellow cards out in your living room.
Yeah, I do. I mean, if I would have done it differently, I will tell them on
Nice.
Twitter.
yeah, I mean, look at
DM them on Twitter.
like speaking of the World Cup, like the England France game, like people were griping about the refereeing in that game, and like after the game, like the England manager, like Gareth Southgate, made it a point to not blame it all on the ref because there's literally a referee shortage in England because no one wants to be a ref because they're just so despised on, like, even if they make the right call against the teams, like the team and is griping, the team supporters are griping, and they're just subject to so much abuse. So
Yeah. Well,
like
I mean,
the
most
fact
of
that
this, they say really nice things to the refs generally.
I mean,
Oh yeah, all
I
bangers and
experienced-
mash over there.
I mean, I experienced it firsthand with like running a youth basketball league. Like
Oh, those kids
people
are
are
brutal.
like for recreational youth basketball, like parents will be yelling at the refs from the stands for a 3rd grade boys basketball game in which their kids like don't even know how to dribble without carrying. So like it's bad. Like there's gonna come a point in time where, I mean, it's already gotten to that point where you have games that are like youth games that are being canceled because simply like tournament organizers, league organizers, they can't find enough refs to be able to cover all these games. So they have to cancel them, postpone them and figure it out with what they have available to them. And I mean, it's only going to get worse because people are just going to continue to be belligerent and go off on referees. But at the end of the day, I mean, we just said it, like, not all games are decided by one call.
And 90% of the time, the parents that are complaining their kid is fucking terrible, and they just are still complaining.
I do feel like this
It's like,
is a
sorry,
good
little
platform.
Tommy is fucking dog shit at baseball and can't see the ball. Like, it's not our fault. You don't have hand-eye coordination in your family.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he got sat down on a controversial strike 3, I mean, he wasn't hitting it anyways. What does it matter?
Have you seen that? There's that TikTok that's been viral like for like a year, and it pops up every couple months, but it's the umpire and the dad's yelling at him, and he's like, "Hey, you yell one more time and your team forfeits." And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he goes, "Oh yeah," And he's like, I bet you won't. And he's like, all right, team forfeits. And he walks off the field. And the dad's like, you're soft. Oh, why'd you do that to the
Yeah.
kids? And I'm
And
like,
then
well,
one of
you
the
kept fucking egging him on.
and then like I guess his wife was like, he's a firefighter.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah, my
yeah, I
bad. Like,
forgot
yeah,
about that.
no, he's allowed to act out. Like,
Firefighter.
you're a first responder, and that's how you act. Like, that's how you conduct yourself at your
That's
child's
how you act
game.
under like a slight inconvenience. Like, I don't know if I want you fighting a fire. Like, I'll be honest. Maybe we leave that to people who can handle themselves. At like, because I would consider a fire like an inconvenience. You know.
A slight one.
Yeah, just
very-
a little.
It's like stubbing your toe. Like,
Right. It's basically on the same level.
House fire, stubbing your toe. Very similar.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
I'm
pour
still not
water
used,
on it.
I'm still not used to the handheld, and every time I talk with my hands, I'll go like that, and then I'll be editing, and my audio like goes like it like trails off.
Yeah, I do think this is like a really good opportunity for me to clear the air with something with referees. When I was in Slovenia, I was very abusive towards the referee at a soccer match.
Not the Slovenian ref, man.
Yeah, no, because I kind of got, I got power crazy as a fan. He kept looking at me and was like, "I don't know what you're saying," and I was like, "Fuck you." I don't think he made any bad calls or anything. I just like wanted to take that opportunity to yell at the ref.
I mean, look, when I'm frustrated, I get it. It happens.
Yeah, you yell at me.
I don't ever say anything like personal towards a player, a ref, a coach, like in public. Maybe in my own.
I bet you sweat when you run.
Yeah, maybe in my own home, but like saying like open your eyes, ref, or you're blind, like that, I think that's fine. That's like pretty harmless. But
I don't know. What if the ref's really been struggling with their vision?
I mean,
It's like a
then
sore
they should
subject.
clarify before the game. But if if you're yelling like I hope your whole family dies or something, it's like, all right, buddy. It's Bills versus Steelers. Calm down.
I'm a meet me in the parking lot kind of guy.
Gets kicked out of the stadium.
Section 6, row 12.
Oh, so you in the parking lot, Toyota Camry?
I paid $40 for that parking spot.
I know your license plate, pussy. Classic. How's your holiday, Phil? Christmas.
Yeah, it's good. This is the response that everyone has if you ask them like at work.
We had this conversation.
Yeah. No, it was good. No, good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good.
No,
yeah, it was nice. No,
it was nice. It was a fun time.
It was good. No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, so I guess I should tell my flight horror story because I haven't gotten to talk about it on here. Comas saw all of it firsthand because I was texting how many times I wanted to kill myself. But basically, I flew Frontier Airlines. Don't ever fly Frontier. This is a message to everyone out there. I'm looking directly in the fucking webcam. Fuck you, Frontier. Don't ever.
And we want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of today's episode, Frontier
Airlines. Also, don't fly Southwest. Fuck Southwest. But so I'm there. I'm flying out the 21st. I get it's the holidays. It's going to be crazy. So my flight got delayed like 2 hours, and I was like, okay, no big deal. That happens. It's fine. I was supposed to board at 7. They said we were going to board at 9. Wasn't a big deal. And I live 30 minutes away, so I just left a little later. Gets to the airport. Security's a madhouse, as it always is in Atlanta. It took me an hour to get through security. Finally get through. Excuse me. And I'm walking to my gate, and I get a text that says flight's delayed another hour. And I'm like, oh, fuck. All right. I'm a little annoyed. Whatever. I chill. We finally get on the plane. It is 11 p.m. now. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get there. I'm going to fly all night, whatever. The time changed to California. I'll get there like 3 hours before when I land. It's not a big deal. And then I sit on the airplane for another hour without AC. It was hot as balls. And then they go, okay, we need to deplane. There's something wrong with the computer system, which is what Southwest had happen. But I guess it was something with just that plane, like the guidance system or something, which, let's
Not
fucking
important.
fix that.
Not
And
important.
most plane crashes
just
happen
wing it,
because-
man.
Like,
Oh, wing it.
We've
most
had maps
most plane
for
crashes
years.
happen because the computer's fucked up. So I'm totally fine with that. So we get off, and then they go, "Okay, departure's 2 a.m." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck this!" And then we're
It's a
sitting
red eye
there,
now, baby.
and I'm charging my phone in the corner. I'm like chilling, and then I hear like a bunch of yelling, and I'm like, "Oh God!" So I turn the corner, and they were handing out hotel vouchers for people that didn't live in the state. I live in Atlanta, for those that don't know that, and it's for people that don't live in the state of Georgia get a hotel voucher. If you do, you're fucked. So like even if you drove like 2 hours to the airport, because Atlanta's like the major airport in Georgia, you don't get a hotel voucher. There's no exceptions, like company policy or whatever. So they're like, your flight is tomorrow at 8 a.m. We have to fix it overnight. And I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm going to like get a refund because they're giving out refunds too. I'm like, I'm going to get a refund, book a different flight because I know there's going to be more problems because they're not going to change the plane. They're keeping the same plane. And they go, okay, so you'll get your bag in 4 days in San Francisco and then we'll mail it back to you here in Atlanta. It's stuck on the plane whether you go or not. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's like, well, it's going to take us 2 hours and we just don't feel like that's worth the hassle. And I was like, oh, so you delayed my flight 8 hours now? And now I can't get my bag because it's a slight inconvenience. Cool. And she's like, so what do you want a refund? And I was like, well, obviously I don't have a fucking choice. And then she got really mad at me. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll be on the flight tomorrow. She's like, cool. Have a nice night. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I left. My roommate, shout out to him, came and picked me up at like 2 a.m., woke him up out of his sleep, and he brought me home. I woke
I'm
up
shocked.
at 5:30 a.m. to Uber at 6 to the airport because I knew it was going to be crazy. Get there, finally get on the plane at 9 a.m., and then we took off at 10 a.m. because we had to wait there an hour again. 5-hour flight. So on top of all of this, I have to sit for 5 hours on a plane and I'm pissed. Then we get there, get my bag. It's all good. Enjoy my time with my family. I was in Santa Cruz. I went to my cabin, just hung out at home, saw my grandparents, saw everybody. It was great. Flight back. I get upgraded to third row and it's like comfort seats. And I was like, oh, sweet. Appreciate that, Frontier. At least giving me something other than a $50 flight voucher that I can't use for bags. And then I had to move to the first row because they said if some lady sat up there with their baby and we crashed, the impact would kill the baby because they would hit the wall. And I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
it'd kill you. But you're good.
no, it would kill the baby because like the baby's not secured. So that thing is
Oh,
going
true,
out like a football at 100 miles an hour.
I think
So
it'd kill anyone, anyways. But we'll
it
just keep
could,
going.
but
We'll keep
whatever.
going.
Anyway,
Gotta
so I was like, all right,
gotta put a
whatever.
good spiral on
I'll
it.
sit in the first row. And then they yell at me. They're like, hey, put your backpack up there. I'm like, okay, fuck. I just got my seat changed. Relax. So then we fly. It was only 4 hours. The pilot was fucking hauling ass, which I loved. We get there. I get off the plane. And this is more Atlanta's fault, but I'm still pissed at Frontier. We get there. I had to wait 2 hours to get my bag because they were super understaffed for the carousel. And this is like the 27th of December. And I have a cold. I'm tired. I flew all night on a red eye. I'm pissed. Finally get my bag. I Uber home and then I pass out. And I am like, it was easily, I've flown so much in my life. The worst fucking experience of my entire life. So that's my horror story from the holidays. Fuck Frontier Airlines. And Atlanta Airport, figure it out. I won't say fuck you to the Atlanta Airport because they're pretty clutch, but figure it out. And yeah, don't fly during the holidays. Fly early. That's my advice. Next year, I'm booking a flight like a week before fucking Christmas and then coming back a week after Christmas if I have to. Like, it's just not worth it. And if I flew Southwest and I had all the issues that everyone else is having, dude, I don't even know. Like, I probably would be arrested for like assaulting a fucking flight attendant or something. But it was bad. It was so bad. Yeah, if you don't know, Southwest had 2,500 flights canceled in one day. 2,500.
I flew American. It was really easy. So basically, what I did was I went to the airport and then I went through security, right? As you do, you know.
I
And then I
hate you.
went to my gate, right? And then I waited at my gate for a few minutes, and then they were like, "Oh, let's board the plane." So we boarded the plane, and then we took off, right? And then we got to the place and landed, and I walked off the plane, right? And then on the way back, it was like, what the hell am I going to do, right? Because I got into the airport, right? Went through security, and then I got on the
I hate you.
plane,
I hate you. I
and
hate
then the
you.
plane took off, right? And then I landed, and then I got off the plane, and then I left, right? So it was like we
Where's
kind of had
the
similar
where's
things
the
going
where's
on.
the mute button here? No, I'm kidding.
But I mean, Andrew, how was your last flight on Frontier Airlines?
Like the way back?
No, like prior to this whole experience.
Oh,
you
I flew to
flew
Vegas
Frontier
on
before.
Frontier and it was fine.
Okay.
But
I mean,
that one,
I told you
that
this.
one,
Like, it's just like holiday trap. Like, this is the worst. The Christmas New Year time is the worst time to ever travel to go to airports, wherever.
no, that's
Worst
fair. I
time.
mean, even when I flew to Vegas, it got delayed like 4 hours because they had a computer issue. So I think they just have bad planes. Like I genuinely think they do.
Yeah, that's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Another thing too.
Well, if I didn't book a it was $700, which is still cheap for California, I guess. I would have had to pay $1,500 to fly Delta or $1,700 to fly American. It was, and that's like a month in advance, maybe 2 months. It was brutal.
Yeah, they know it's the
But I made
holidays,
it. I'm
man.
safe. That's all that matters. And I made it back for New Year's. That's what I was worried about. I thought I was going to get delayed again and stuck in California. But yeah, I had a good holiday. Other than that, I went to Santa Cruz, like I said, and
No,
I
it was
haven't
good.
been there
It was
since.
good.
It was
No, it was
good.
It was
good.
good.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was good.
good. It was
I haven't
good.
been to Santa Cruz since I was like 7, and I just forgot how beautiful it is. Not the boardwalk. The boardwalk's disgusting. Is that you're from Jersey, Comas? Is that similar to isn't like the boardwalk or whatever in Jersey? Isn't that like not that fun? I've heard it's like kind of gross.
Ocean City.
I mean,
On the Jersey,
no,
I
I
guess
mean,
it's on the Jersey Shore or whatever.
yeah, I mean, my family, we would go a lot to Point Pleasant Beach, which is in South Jersey. And I mean, from like my times as a kid, like I didn't find it disgusting, really. I mean, there's just a bunch of like games that you could go to get like those water shooting games to like get a
Yeah,
prize
no,
as a
yeah.
kid,
No, I'm
or
not saying it was disgusting. I've
like
just heard it's like not as hyped up. I think it's like the same thing as Santa Cruz where you go once or a couple times, but if you like live there and are from there, you usually don't go. Is what I was saying.
I mean,
Maybe
I,
n-
I
maybe
kind of
not.
feel like there, like the boardwalk is more of a thing because like the beaches aren't that pretty or they're not that like comforting
Right.
to
I
go
see what
to.
you're saying. Yeah.
Like,
Where
cause
like the main attraction is the boardwalk versus maybe the main attraction in Santa Cruz is the beach, even though the beach is not great in that area. But
and like
um,
I bet the water always feels nice in like California, like whereas New Jersey, it's like it'll for the most part it'll always be cold as hell.
in Northern California, any beach, no matter where you go, it is cold as fuck. If you go to SoCal, way, way warmer. Warmer water, better sand, just an overall warmer vibe.
Yeah, I
Where
mean then that kind of matches up with
with
Jersey. I
Jersey.
mean, it's just the fact
Okay.
that it's like I've been to Myrtle Beach with my family. Like Myrtle Beach was like I think it was like the first like actual beach I'd been to that wasn't a New Jersey beach,
Oh
and
wow.
you could tell like it was miles better than a Jersey beach. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
But
like Jersey.
Carolina beaches.
Yeah. Carolina beaches would be superior to like Jersey beaches or
yeah.
Massachusetts beaches. I mean, it's
I
just
mean, Santa Cruz is beautiful. It's just the beach is cool. It's not like it's kind of like you go to go see the sunset and like how pretty it is. You don't really like go to like sit on the beach because there's cliffs everywhere. So the water pounds that sand. So it's like always wet sand down there. So
and also
that's the
like
only bad part.
my thing is too like with like the Carolinas and like Florida, it's like a spot where everyone will go to like that they want to go to those beaches, right? I feel like Jersey beaches are like they're just like a product of like where they're located
It's a
geographically.
byproduct
Of
of
like
living
the
in Jersey,
water hits the
right?
land there, and it's like, oh, there's a beach here.
We should
Like,
go.
let's make use of it. Like, let's just be by the water. Like, that's cool. Like, I
No,
feel
that's
like
fair.
it's not really a huge experience.
Yeah. I mean, so after Santa Cruz, I got to drive a lot in California and it was awesome. I love their highway because it's like in Atlanta where it's like 6 lanes. You can just go as fast as you want.
Yeah,
And everyone
what is
drives.
it? It's like 150-mile-an-hour speed limit or something.
No, I wish. But it's like it's probably like 70 is the minimum or 80. So that's nice. And I drove like 3 hours and drove up to our cabin, which is where I basically grew up going there every year. It's in Twain Harte, California, which is by Pinecrest and Yosemite. And it's dope. It's really pretty. I got to see my grandparents up there. And I forget, my grandpa bought it when my mom was a kid. So it's been in our family for a long time. So we went up there and I haven't been there, like I said, in probably like 2 or 3 years. And it was nice. I mean, I slept on the couch because I don't know, I don't like the bedrooms. The mattresses suck. They're like 20 years old and there's like cobwebs everywhere and spiders, and it really freaks me out. So I just sleep on the couch. But yeah,
They're
my
still
dogs.
in the living room too. Just
Yeah.
I don't know if this comforts you, but there's probably spiders in the living room too.
Oh, there are. I got up to get water and there was a giant wolf spider on the wall. But yeah.
Hey man, you
So
thirsty too?
I was like, yo, you want a sip? And he's like, fuck
Here.
you. And I was like, hey man, I live here.
You don't though, man. You don't.
My place.
Yeah,
Mine.
you could say very easily, you haven't been here in years, man. It's my
Yeah.
place.
He's like,
now.
oh,
That
word.
spider
I'm the one
lives
paying the
there.
electricity bill. What have you been doing? I was like, Mr. Spider, fuck you. No, yeah, it was fun. Just
No, it's good.
It was
no,
good.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's just really pretty up there. I got some really cool photos of like the stars because you're up in the mountains and I forget how beautiful the stars are. Being that close, just being higher up. And
Yeah, you like the stars? Yeah, name all of them. Idiot.
all right, we got the Big Dipper, we got the Little Dipper. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
The North
Yeah.
Star. Yeah. And then I went home. It was cool to go back out there. Did I go out? No, I didn't go out there for Thanksgiving. I was trying to think if I did or not. But where'd you fly to North Carolina, Phil?
To Wilmington.
Oh, back home. Gotcha.
Yeah. I went home. Went home to see my cat.
Nice. How's the cat?
He still sucks. And then my parents were there too. They're good.
Nice. Love your parents.
Yeah, they're good people.
Why does the cat suck?
Well, he just doesn't let anybody touch him.
Oh, one of
But,
those
like,
kind of cats.
Yeah, but he's like he's so cute. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro.
Oh,
like,
that's the
like
word.
we're
You're
touching
like,
you, dude.
you're
Like,
like-
it's just happening.
or like the cat will be sitting there like cleaning its paws, and you're like, God, it's so cute. I'm gonna pet it, and then it like scratches the fuck out of you, and you're like, why did I do that? I know better.
Yeah. Man, I love him though. He sucks though.
That's why I go dog over cat. I mean, because
my
like
cat would
They're
say-
a lot of work, man.
because growing up, my grandmother had like 7 cats at one point. So like
Oh,
I,
geez.
Too
I
many
had,
cats.
That's a lot.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just because my aunt, like, she's very much like a animal like conservationist kind of, and so she'd like find these lost cats and like bring them home and give them a home and everything. So
Well,
like
that's sweet. That's sweet at least.
yeah, and like some of these cats were like they're nice cats. Like one of the cats, his name was Wiggly. He would play fetch with you, like, which is
That's
something
fire.
unusual with cats.
Yeah.
Right. So like there were a few of them that I liked, but like other ones, like they would sit in like the back room of my grandmother's house, like behind the kitchen, and like they wouldn't come out when we came to visit her. And so I would just like go back there myself to go see the cats and go pet them, and it's just like those cats just like wanted no part of us. Like, do not want these kids touching me. And they wouldn't do anything either. They'd just lounge around. And so for me, I was like, I'd so much rather have a dog. All my friends had dogs, and then finally, once my family got a dog, like you just get so much more out of a dog that you don't really get out of cats.
Yeah,
That's why I made the transition. I mean, I still like cats, but it's just I'd prefer a dog over a cat.
I get it.
My cat Frank was dope. He was like a little dog and a cat. He would just sit at your feet. He would like follow you everywhere. He always slept. The thing that kind of, it's not like he knew better because he was a kitten, but I'd be like asleep and he'd sleep on my neck, and then he would transition like into the pocket between my, like where my armpit is. So I'd be rolling over in my sleep and I'd like almost crush him every time. I'd hear like a little like, oh, and I'm like, oh shit. And then he'd crawl out, like circle, and then sit right like on my chest. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to, like, I sleep on my side. I'm like, I have to roll over. So I'd put him in the little, I'd put him like on the side because I have a queen bed, so I have a lot of room. And I'm like, I put him over there. I go back to sleep, and then I feel like little paws on my face. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But he was dope. Shout out to Frank. He has a great family now. He's still alive. He's not dead.
Oh, my bad.
No, I gave him to a good family. He's fat now though, but
Fat Frank, dude.
Fat Frank. She kept the name, which was sick because she was like, I really like the name Frank. And I was like, yeah, I really like, I hope she actually means that. And then I think I saw like, I follow her friend on Instagram. So I think I saw she posted and like Frank was in the back and she was like featuring Frank the cat. And I was like, yes, she kept the name.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank, baby. He is a tank now. But yeah, I hope he's doing well. I'll probably get a cat again eventually, but also, you guys see the logo or it's this side, the logo in the corner?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a nice part about StreamYard. I can throw that up there. I'm gonna try to smooth it out so it's like a circle because it kind of looks weird as a square, but oh well.
Did we have that when we were using StreamYard for another podcast that we would do?
No. We
like,
had
I
think it was an ability, but I don't think we knew how to do it. And honestly, it might not have been. StreamYard added like a bunch of stuff recently. Like I can throw banners up here too and everything. It's pretty cool.
Do it. Throw one up.
Yeah, throw it up.
They're stock banners. They don't say anything.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you can like, it's just cool. You can like pop stuff up as you go. Because it was originally meant for like streaming, hence the name StreamYard, and you just like did live broadcasts, but then they added a recording thing, and I think the recording on here is way better than Zoom. Even if you pay for Zoom.
I think everything's better than Zoom.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make Zoom look really nice. Actually, thank you, Comas. You sent me that tweet that was how to format like a Zoom podcast. It was pretty helpful, but
yeah,
I just would rather pay $25 a month than have everything be right there. Yeah. What else has been going on with you guys?
Do we want to talk about the Vols?
I've been working.
I mean, we got a great win. We beat Clemson.
Yeah. So am I right that the winner of that game is the rightful owner of the color orange?
Yeah. I would say yeah.
Yeah.
And now Clemson has to wear purple for next year.
Yeah.
Hey, they're purple. I actually kind of like their purple jerseys. I won't hate on it.
Yeah, I mean, I like them, but like, if you want to come for orange, you better fucking
at the Orange Bowl too.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah,
they're too busy flipping burgers.
Yeah, nobody's getting scurvy there, man.
Actually, our friend Joseph drove down the day of for the game. Woke up at 2 a.m. and drove from Knoxville.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but good for him.
They drove 10 and a half hours.
He's a fanatic. Like, I get it.
No, yeah, shout out to him.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
It looked fun. I mean, go for it.
I don't think there's anything in this world that I love that much that I would do that.
There's a few things.
I mean, 2026 World Cup, U.S. semifinals.
I'll drive
Miami. You driving down to Miami?
I'm trying to be covering that shit, bro.
Hey,
I mean, true.
But
like as a supporter, like, would you do it?
How's work been for everyone?
Work's work.
Work's work.
You know,
Love that.
2023, bro. We're taking action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here. I got booked for a bunch of shit for January. I'm going to Boston for the first time. Never been. I officially got
Boston, dude.
the memo
Exactly.
today.
Fucking hate Boston, and I hate everyone from Boston. So have fun, dude.
Hey, my roommate's a Boston guy, man. Chill.
Yeah, that's why we hate him.
Yeah. No, he's cool, but he's not in Boston, and there's a reason for that.
True. His family's in Providence. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said
fuck Boston.
Phil defended you. He gave you a thumbs up.
All right. No, I just had a bad experience with someone from Boston. So
We gotta have Comas and Schwartz on here, air out the beef.
I mean,
I tried to get
it's
him on
just-
here tonight, but he just didn't want to.
I mean, it's just solely the teams he chooses to decide from that city. That he chooses to root for from that
Okay,
city. That's-
okay, all right. Like the Yankees are like the enemy number one of everyone.
I mean, I can't help that. Like that's just
I mean, you could say the same thing though.
I don't
The-
really.
What do you
teams the teams you choose.
Yeah, I don't hate really any teams. The only team I really hate is like the Giants, the San Francisco Giants. Like I just fucking hate.
knew that
them,
was
and
coming.
I hate people that like them. But otherwise,
Hey,
like I
bro.
don't have any teams.
Yeah,
I
because the
don't like.
Pirates are doing great.
Hold
And
on.
the Pirates are
that's-
doing exactly how they're expected to do.
that's
that's
low
fair.
hanging.
That's
That's
fair.
low hanging fruit right there. I mean,
Yeah.
they've
Hey,
been
man,
doing
come on my
terrible
team,
for
bro.
5 years now.
The claws are coming out.
Not even 5 years. I think the last time they made the playoffs was like 2013, 2015, something like that.
Yeah. they're
I've been
so
to a
good,
Pirates
right?
game.
In
I want to
Pittsburgh?
go.
No, not in Pittsburgh. In St. Louis.
That's a random place to see them.
Yeah, they're playing the Cardinals. It was when they still had Matt Holiday. And
The Cardinals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why were
And,
you there?
It was we just want to go to St. Louis because I've never been. It was when I was in high school. And the Pirates they came back and it was like I think the Cardinals are up by like 1 run last at bat. And I forget who hit the ball, but they hit like a moonshot and it's going to the back wall. And Matt Holiday jumped up and like snagged it on like the tip of his glove, and the entire arena went fucking nuts. And it was awesome. I mean,
Busch
it was cool
Stadium.
just because, yeah, Busch Stadium went crazy, and it was right when they renovated it, so it was pretty nice. But yeah, it was fun, or not right, but it was like 2 years after or something. But yeah, it was fun. I had a fun time, even though I hate the Cardinals. But yeah,
Cool.
indeed.
That was a really good story. Thanks for telling that.
Dude, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, we've been going for like an hour. We should probably wrap this up.
Good idea.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. We'll do another one, that'll maybe we'll get a foursome going on here. Get a fourth person.
Who's the fourth?
I don't know. Joseph.
I mean, yeah.
Someone hot, dude.
Well, he's
Jackson, somebody.
I mean, he was the rookie when we were still there.
Now
We
he's the
taught him.
vet.
Yeah, now he's too big time for us.
Yeah, is he
Yeah,
like a
man.
child
He is.
still?
He's been
I
killing
mean,
it.
he looks like one still, but
Yeah.
He was working for the Smokies for a little bit. He's been doing a lot of shit. I'm proud
yeah,
of
he
him.
did some play-by-play. That's pretty cool.
He got
I
to
think he-
call a perfect game.
It was like a 5-inning game.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's still cool.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, it's not this. I get what you're saying.
it's not difficult.
All right.
If you're a professional baseball player and like you're a prospect worth any salt, like a 5-inning, like not allowing a hit, not walking anyone, so like you're gonna have one of those.
That's fair. Also,
It's just the idea of getting it for a whole game. That's what makes it special.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta acknowledge that the beard's gone and I have just the stash now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Executive decision.
Yeah, the podcast listeners didn't.
Well, this is gonna be video. It's gonna be on YouTube, man.
I mean, true, but not everyone goes to YouTube to listen.
Well, they should. Then they should subscribe and click that like button and that bell so you get notifications, bro.
Yeah, if you like this content, hit that like button, smash it.
Yo, smash that sub button. Anyways, this has been Shooting the Shit. Want to thank Anchor again for sponsoring this podcast. Go to anchor.fm, download the Anchor app, get started on your own podcast, make some money off your voice. Fuck it, why not? And it's all free. want to thank Alex and Phil for coming on, as always. Great guests. All their stuff will be in the bio or the description of the YouTube video and on Spotify in the description of the episode. Stay tuned. More episodes coming. Subscribe or follow our TikTok page, STS I think it's STS Podcast, and it's all our highlights. And you know what? I'm gonna plug Nick's Twitch real quick because I edit for him on Twitch. Nick Enzo on there. That'll be in the description too, and I'll throw some stuff up on social media. But he's streaming and trying to make a going at it, and he's play some fun games. And I'm on there sometimes. Comas is on there usually. Phil can join whenever. Always welcome. Yeah, this has been Shooting the Shit. Happy New Year. Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy New Year.
And we'll see you all soon.
No, it's good.
Peace. No, it's good. It was great.
It's good. It's good.